All right, Big Mac, today is Wednesday. It is February 19th. Welcome to the Dog Walk, presented by Barstool Sports. Free Swim Wednesday. Before we get underway, I want to talk about Chicagoland Chevy dealers. Listen, Chicagoland, it's cold out.
It's awful.
It's cold. Like one of those times where you hope the car starts. You know, like that's everyone's been there in a cold winter.
Brother, I remote started today.
Yeah, you have
I used that Chevy app, just remote started, had it all nice and toasty before I got in it. Yeah,
you have to. And it's most importantly, though, you got to make sure your car's running right. ChevyDriveChicago.com has you covered. Make sure everything is good to go so you're not stranded in the freezing cold, because that would not be good. So whether you need a local dealer to check your engine or tires in this cold weather, or you're just ready to shop for a new SUV or EV from the Chevy lineup, your local Chevy dealer has everything you need. Great lineup. Silverado, Cruise.
The Silverados look so sweet at the auto show.
Oh, yeah.
They're
especially
awesome.
just imagine just barreling over snow in that thing right now. It's nice.
Over it, through it, around it. Chevy has something that can get you through the winter.
Yeah. So go to ChevyDriveChicago.com to find a local dealer today. All right, free swim, full crew today. Lot to get to. Chief looks like Rudolph. He's so red. He went away. I went away. Danny's he had a great weekend from what he said. Yeah, but I'm in the midst of a national rack controversy. Yesterday,
Red Ed finally got what's coming to him.
Red Ed was in the crosshair. I think it's the first time that
you ever accepted accountability.
No, I'm not Red Ed though. That's what you got to understand.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's
you got a split personality.
You're the only red one here today, boy.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, you're supposed to be on my side.
You're right. I was just getting rogue texts what's going on with the rack draft while I was out yesterday, so I really have no idea what I have to hear myself.
From like buddies or people you work with?
No, from like Katie Stats. I was like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on
with the rack draft. Yeah, there was a lot.
Controversy.
If you missed it on social on Monday, because obviously the draft aired yesterday, today's Wednesday. Nadu was pissed. He was pissed off.
He had two top 5 racks taken off the draft.
I think many are wondering because it just came out today, correct?
Well, we record on Tuesday, but yeah, today obviously
it's out now.
Yes.
Was it the picks on the physical draft graphic that got swapped, or did you make him re-pick in the recording?
There was a few different avenues we were going to go through, but the moral of the story,
why?
Moral of the story was. They were just a little too close to the sun. They're kind of like in our business. It's one thing to talk.
They're media personalities.
Yeah, it's one thing to talk about. You know, Sydney. The whole internet talks about her rack.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I mean, if you're gonna have a rack draft, though, I think it's tough to have selective ethics behind it.
But you gotta understand when you work for a company, you protect the big guy, because as Dave always says, it always comes down to him.
You thought someone who doesn't work for our company was gonna do that?
Oh, yeah. People
I think
look for anything they can to smoke us, dude.
Yeah.
No, Nadu doesn't work for our company. Thought he was going to abide by those rules?
He's on our platform, and he used to work for us. I get what you're saying.
You can't expect an angry dog to behave, especially with that topic.
And I wasn't mad at him for it. I was just like, hey, like...
That's fair, yeah. He caused an uprising, which is...
And I get his uprising. We had a nice conversation. It started off as he was not happy. This is bullshit. I wouldn't have done this if I knew you were going to do this. He was like very, very...
I mean, you got to love how seriously he takes
it. So like, my reputation is on the line about racks here, Eddie. That's what you don't understand. Like
he was pretty good to do.
He was just like...
It really is.
He was heated, dude.
Yeah.
But then it was all good. And especially once Dave too, I was like, oh, great. This is all good.
All good. No such thing as bad PR.
Yeah, the thing is like I always try to.
You err on the side of censorship.
Yeah, no, that's not true.
Yes, it is. He loves censorship.
I err on the side of, I just don't want to get the company in trouble. I don't want to get Dave in trouble. I don't want to make Dave mad. Dave's yelled at me twice in how long I've known him, and I've worked really close with him.
Yeah,
that's pretty good percentage.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Again, I think having a rack draft though. What do you like? You're like, I want to be careful, but I'm still gonna have a rack draft.
But I think you got to know the line. Put it this way, and I had this because there was.
Look, I'll say something.
Right.
There are extremely attractive women in media who are in that job. Their looks are a component of them having that job, and they would like to not acknowledge that. And when someone does, they get mad. So I understand what you're saying.
I appreciate you breaking the whole redhead barrier here. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. They're going to, you know.
I'm just saying I would have seen it coming.
Of him doing
From
that?
the do.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true too.
I guess. But to me, it's just like so
Or
obvious.
even Dave. Was Dave
Like,
not
put it
on this
this way,
draft?
because I had, you know, I consulted people, and someone said, hey, one of our females, if there was a Bleacher Report rack draft and they drafted me, I'd be like, what the fuck? That's weird.
Right.
Yeah.
For the whole draft, though.
What do you, the whole draft?
You could say that about anyone getting picked.
No, dude. There's girls with famous nude scenes, like, and they talk about them in interviews. They know what is iconic about them.
They're
like,
leading from the front.
Yes, like Pamela Anderson is not shy about people talking about her boobs, Danny.
Neither Sydney Sweeney.
Yes,
Yeah.
she talks about her grandma said she is the best.
I'm
dance in
just saying,
Hollywood.
if you choose that as a topic, I think you know that someone who's as wild of a card as Jeff Nadu and White Sox Dave is going to go off the beat.
White Sox Dave behaved.
do.
The
That
dog was on the
also
leash.
Stunning.
But yeah, that's still stunning. And
How many times did he ask you about the stopwatch? Since I wasn't on this draft.
Actually, no. I was like, I even like set him up multiple times to say smash those babies right in my face, and he like never took the bait.
He is
a new man.
well, he's a different guy now.
No, actually, I know why, because he was in a really bad mood before.
No,
He was
I know what's going. I can't say what's going on there. I know what's going on.
no, I don't think you do. I think he got screwed on some paperwork that he had to redo, and
Oh, that's the worst.
he might have to pay a fine or something. And he was just like going through it like fucking motherfucker. This company. I was like, Dave, we got racks in like 20 minutes. I need you to lock in.
I am sad I wasn't on the rack.
Not
draft.
during the ugly duckling phase, man. He's got
yeah.
It was a fun. I
gotta
It's a
listen.
fun draft.
Mm.
It was just honestly just a.
Did you get all horned up?
Actually, no. It was just like my second pick was Sydney Sweeney. I was like, hey, like,
She went to the second round.
no, second pick, second
Oh.
overall. I was like, let's just talk like philosophically, like what this girl has done for racks is, you know,
Racks are back.
She doesn't shy away from it. She shows him all the time. Like, you know, we really got into it.
Mm-hmm.
Then like I was like, oh, Pam Anderson, like, what has she done? Like, she's like the most famous fake for the 90s. Like, if we do this draft in the 90s, she's number one. There's a lot to discuss and break down.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pam Anderson, forefather of boobs.
Yeah.
oh,
But
yeah.
like Sydney Sweeney, I would say, because I've always been a tit guy, and I feel like the culture went through a period where it was like tits are out and asses were in.
Yeah, someone told me that tit guys are old school, and I was like, huh, I've never heard that.
Yeah.
I would agree, big time.
Old
Yeah.
school?
Yeah.
Ah, all right. Yeah, but regardless, it was a fun draft, and
Stay tuned next week for the ass draft.
yeah. Well, yeah, we're gonna have to do the
No one in media safe.
yeah. We'll have to disclaim that right off the top. Fuck, I forgot I was gonna say next, but yeah, that was my Monday night.
So, Chief, where did you go that you're so red?
Puerto Rico.
For how long?
4 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a short Puerto Rico trip. I feel like a
Yeah.
lot of people went like to a different country for this President's Day weekend small vacation. I was
Yeah.
shocked.
So I think it was a post Super Bowl vacation for a lot of people. / V Day.
Mine
True.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's already a 3-day weekend. Plus, you got that as an excuse.
was like an impulse buy a few weeks ago when it was weather similar to today, where it was like -8, and it's like, oh, let's just get out of here,
Yeah.
and booked it.
That was it.
It was half the price of anywhere in Florida that I looked.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it all
Whoa.
inclusive or no?
No.
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 Nice.
Yeah, not all inclusive.
So just 3 nights,
Yeah.
hotel, airfare or no?
Airfare half.
No shit.
Airfare was half. Hotel was half. So, and like the whole state. Looked on the Gulf side, looked at Palm Beach, looked at Miami, looked literally everywhere all over Florida. And the prices were bananas. So I went to Puerto Rico.
Did you like it?
I did. I don't think I'd ever need to go back, but like the beaches were nice. The weather was awesome. And so like the area where all the resorts are, I would say is not like the greatest, but then you go maybe a 10-minute Uber into Old San Juan. That is really cool. So that's where like all the great restaurants are. I did a cigar lounge after dinner one night.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah. And just like sat there and had a Monte Cristo, and like it was It was awesome. I had a great time, and then like there's a 500-year-old Spanish fort, so I got to nerd out a little bit, walk around the fort, and yeah, it was cool. I like it, but it was never my top choice to go. Also, I'm a guy who likes maps, good at geography. I had no idea how far Puerto Rico was.
Well, how long was the flight?
On the way there it was 4.5, on the way back was 5.5.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's south and east of like Dominican Republic. Like it's far out there. First, I don't know where I thought it was, but I thought it would be closer than that. It's like south of Cuba. Like,
have you been?
No, I haven't.
No. Was it like what's like the like because I know obviously American, like it's an American.
It does not feel like America.
No.
So, your Uber drivers do not speak English. Like you had to give them a PIN, and you'd be like, "Oh, 5570," and they would like get it wrong. So then I had to like do like my Sesame Street Spanish that I remember to be like, cinco siete dos or whatever the the number was. So like the people in the staff in the resort spoke English. Go to restaurants or whatever, and it was not the case.
Is that still a thing, the Uber PIN? I feel like I got it once.
That was the first time I had seen it.
Yeah, I had gotten it like 2 weeks ago, thinking they were rolling out a new program. Then I haven't seen it since.
I was wondering if it was a Puerto Rico thing only.
What do you think is the most snowbird populated place? Is it Florida?
Yeah,
it's got to be, right? I don't know if that.
I feel like Arizona's
close. Arizona, maybe parts of Cali. I don't know if my own like regional bias.
I feel like Chicago's big with Arizona. And Canada is big with Arizona too.
That's kind of the way I had to explain was that a lot of Chicago people go to Arizona, and New York people go to Florida.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, I guess Chicagoans have the excuse because of Cub Sox spring training.
Yeah,
but it does feel like everyone I personally talk to like got a house in Fort Myers or whatever.
Yeah, so you think it's more
Arizona makes more sense, but I feel like I hear more Florida.
Yeah,
but like is California even considered snowbirdy?
I think so. I think there's definitely
parts of it that are could be like retirement.
I think I know anybody.
I bet you there's a lot of people.
That's where probably the regional difference comes in.
I maybe, but I think I know people who go to like Palm Springs.
Yeah.
But not like they're not going to like Orange County.
Yeah. So, I figure there's like retirement communities within California. There got to be.
Palm Springs is pretty cool though too. I liked Palm Springs.
I'd bet you there's a lot of people in the Pacific Northwest that go to Southern California.
Yeah, easily. It's a regional demographic thing.
Yeah. Like I would say that's fact. And like,
do they even need a snowbird getaway? I feel like their winters are pretty mild compared to ours.
But they get rained on like a motherfucker, right?
Yeah, but that's always.
I've never really been there.
Me neither. I've heard like when it's August in the Pacific Northwest is the best. And then like the rest of the year kind of is tough.
Just pours.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a rainforest, literally.
Well, good. Nice for you. Nice little Puerto Rican vacation.
Yeah. I'm peeling like insane amount.
Yeah. Are you a fedora guy on vacation?
I can't say that I am. No.
Not even trying to troll you. I feel like you wear a fedora on vacation.
Come on.
Don't you?
It's not even a bad thing.
Yes, it is.
On vacation,
it's
not.
Slander. This is slander.
Honestly, I could see you just laying out there with like a sun hat on like that.
No.
No?
That's never been me. I actually wore my Cubs spring training hat, was my little tropical looking vibe, those colors. But I am not a fedora guy. That's absolute slander. You're a fedora guy more than me.
No.
You're an Italian, smoke a cigar.
He's wearing a full sombrero.
No, I don't have a fedora. But you're telling me you couldn't picture that?
I could totally picture it.
No, well, I could picture anything, but you look at how I dress on a daily basis. You think I got a closet with fedoras?
Well, not closet, but I figured you had one vacation fedora.
I know what you're doing. You're trying to get me
I swear
worked
I'm
up.
not. I swear I'm
The
not.
button up, fully exposed.
Yes,
I do a little bit of that.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I had some linen shirts that I was wearing, but I'm not wearing a fedora.
Walks out with a towel around him to the bar. Hey, let me get a couple drinks.
This coming from the guy who there are pictures of him with double stud earrings, conch shell necklaces.
Well, yeah, I'm not running away from that.
Yeah, but it would
time in my life.
It would
I think
be an
you should-
easier transition for a guy like that to be a fedora guy
There's
than a guy
also
like me.
Nowhere with me with a conch shell necklace. That was you.
I never had a conch shell.
You had puka shells.
No, not puka shell. No shells. I don't do jewelry, ever.
Did you have pukas?
No.
No.
That you did.
We were a little too young for that.
No, I think
Were we? I think like slightly.
I remember like Johnny Tsunami encouraging it, like the movie, and that was around our age.
Backwards Kobe Bryant jersey, double stud
tough.
earrings.
Backwards Bryant jersey's like terroristic.
You guys know it was a joke.
I
feel like I'm White Sox Dave here.
I
have to
don't know
explain
that.
stuff to you guys.
I don't know that.
It was for a
The
frat.
earrings weren't a joke though.
No, the earrings were not a joke.
They were lifestyle.
No.
Yeah.
No. That was real. I fucking.
I wish I could have had a video of your dad reacting to the earrings.
I'm happy there's not.
It was normal for his crew though.
No,
there
crew.
was. No, it's just that part. Hiawatha Park kids had earrings and flat brims. Addison Park kids laughed at it.
Yeah, they were fucking.
No, we were too hard ass.
Yeah, they were fucking
They
work
just for
boots.
some reason they were like 2 miles away, but they all just had earrings
And fucking
because they hung
intramural
up-
shirts from like second grade they squeeze into.
Yeah,
That was
we
the-
would.
That's a fact.
Fact.
But yeah, there's a little divide when you cross.
Across what, Belmont? What's
I don't know
what's
why
the
that
border.
I don't know
cross
why
with-
there's the divide. I think it's because you guys hung out at the mall so much, and I think that had an
Maybe
influence.
when you cross Irving, it
They're
was
just bored and they're chilling
Irving.
at Claire's one day. Like, you know, like the same as like you buy a small fry so you could all hang in the lobby of McDonald's.
Yeah.
Like, let's get our ears pierced so we can hang at Claire's in the mall.
when you cross Irving Park Road, things got a little different. Chief. Just know that. Now, however, there are a lot of people from the area that did not have that, and they would be offended as you saying that.
Yeah, but I think they would agree that it's a fair
Yeah,
generalization.
for sure. But also, like, we got overtaken by some other
Cruise.
some like the Elmwood Park crew. And
Yeah.
The Kill
Those-
Raccoon crew.
those guys tried to kind of overtake at one
Fair,
point,
fair.
and they were more like that than us. But
Yes, you're right. You're right.
You're right. So that was for a formal. It was called Wacky Wedding.
Oh, we're going back to this tonight?
Yeah, to the backwards Bryant jersey. I have to explain myself so people know why I was wearing a backwards Kobe Bryant jersey. It was Wacky Wedding. It's like, it's basically a wedding procession between one of the frats and the sororities, and you get dressed up and you just look like an idiot. So, moral of the story: backwards Kobe Bryant jersey, as an undershirt under a dress shirt, was the look.
I think you were just on a cruise doing steroids and, and wearing a backwards Kobe Bryant jersey with your double stud
My
earrings.
shirt's on backwards? Shit.
I didn't go on my first cruise till 28. So that's just a fact. But speaking of going away, I was away too, and you said everyone went. Nick was at the same resort as I was
Wait, when?
this weekend.
Oh, really?
Terrain.
Ronnie, yeah. I was saying, like, hey, dude, are you here? Which also brings me to my off the leash question. We'll get into that, and then we'll get into everything else. On the leash or off the leash, to have people have the cleaning crew vacuuming in your hotel at 7 a.m.
Forbidden. I'm as big of a morning person as there is.
You are. That's why I thought
Yeah.
you would be leading the charge on.
No, 7 a.m.
In your personal room or you heard it next door?
So, also kind of a bad hotel design. My room was directly across from a conference room.
Oh.
So it could have been like the PTA of
Yeah,
Lake
they're
Geneva.
coming
Just-
in
yeah,
at
yeah,
7:30 or 8. Yeah.
Exactly. It could have been that. But, however, I should note there was nobody in there in the morning hours.
Were other people hearing this as well? Were there other rooms close enough to the
Oh, yeah. Like I was on a whole block of rooms, and then across from the whole hallway was conference rooms. And
Let
there
me
were-
guess.
What?
You didn't call to complain. You didn't say anything. You didn't go out there and be like, hey, can you give us till 9? You just sat there and took it and complained on the internet.
I complained about something else.
To the staff?
Yes.
Okay.
But this was like,
Look, if you're paying X amount a night and they're disturbing your sleep at 7 in the morning, that's absurd.
but see, a lot of people were like, hey, no, like that's the start of work hours.
Yeah,
Let
I
them
think
do
a
their
good
job.
compromise is 8 o'clock.
No.
I know it's still early, but a compromise. And I also feel like closing that conference room door goes a long way while they're vacuuming inside there, keeping the noise in.
Probably
Yeah.
could have gone.
No,
a long way.
this is, you can't have that. Like, this is a,
If they were doing it in like the hallways of just hotel rooms, absolutely not.
all right. This is like, I don't think I would do this. I wouldn't do this as a neighbor. Okay. In my own home, I wouldn't vacuum at that hour on a weekend because I wouldn't want to disturb my neighbors. Their entire business is based upon hospitality, and they're going to disturb your sleep for a room that you paid for the weekend? Absolutely fucking not. That's absurd. I hear that thing get plugged in, and I get one vroom out of that vacuum. I'm calling down the front desk. I'm in room whatever. They're vacuuming across. They're disturbing our sleep. please tell them to wait until 9.
I'm just thinking these hard-working Spanish women are used to working or starting work 2 hours earlier than this. And so now they're just simply doing the first task on their list so they can get on with the rest of their day. I'm with you. I think there just needs to be a compromise. I think they could have easily vacuumed maybe another area, not as close to other rooms first.
It's not on the workers. They're just doing their job.
Yeah, and that's what people said. And I didn't say anything to them, but
right. The management has to be setting policies like, hey, like we don't disturb our guests at a resort, and especially that's like off season. They're lucky to have anybody up there at Lake Geneva in February.
It was slammed, by the way.
Was it really?
Slammed.
Okay. Well, good for them. But the point remains, like if your whole business is based on hospitality, you can't be disturbing people with vacuuming at 7 in the morning.
No, you're right. And that's a big traveling weekend or big, Lake Geneva weekend. So really no excuse.
Yeah.
So
Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's all it was. It was a bunch of couples and shit.
So what did you complain about?
All right, I'll just get into it. So
So off the leash.
Off the leash.
Off the leash.
Nothing has been further off the leash than that in this entire history of this segment.
I'd be okay with 8:30. From their perspective.
I would be too, but it's flirting. And I probably have been up since 5:30, and I would still be like, this is wrong.
That's fair. That's fair. I can't get on you for that.
So some people's responses, they said, was if there was a conference at 8, it's no problem.
Yeah, see, that matters.
Hotel AM staff starts at 7. This is par for the course. That's what someone said.
See, that they're not wrong either.
But
the hotel themselves should know most people on vacation aren't waking up at
correct.
Someone said having a room across from the hall from a conference room is the most wild part about this.
Also weird. I assume that this was like an older kind of building.
Not really. It was a really nice hotel.
Like, I mean, you could have a nice old hotel, but sometimes
probably
older
probably
construction is.
Yeah, it was probably an older building.
Okay.
Yeah, were you like first floor to be next to
first floor? Yes.
Okay, yeah. 'Cause usually
floor.
they have their own floor in a different part of the building.
Yeah, first floor, but it's not your typical hotel like this.
Yeah,
hotel is like all like 3 floors, but spread wide, like a ranch style, versus like a tower.
Yeah,
it's like that.
Yeah.
Because this stemmed off of. Did you see that video from you probably didn't. Like the guy shoveling. A guy was shoveling at 4 a.m. And this neighbor was motherfucking him, dude. Like
shoveling or snow plowing.
Shoveling at 4 a.m. Like this guy this guy was going in on. Hey, you fucking idiot! Like fucking weirdo! Stop fucking shoveling. I'm trying to sleep. And the guy's like, "Fuck you!" Like it was like a big fight.
Yeah. For those who forgot, Eddie is pro snow plowing, no matter the hour.
No matter the hour, I think
gotta get ahead of it.
Which you have your arguments for. I'm not totally shooting it down.
And I said though, but if you are using a snowplower at any hour, like you better be helping other people out. Like you're not.
You got to do the whole.
Yes, exactly. You got to do. So you got to get some houses down. So that way, like, if you did wake them up, they'll be like, "All right, it was worth it.
Yeah,
he helped me out."
Yeah.
Was there anything that came from either side of these people in the video? Like, was he?
How much snow did they get in this video?
That's a good question. Was he shoveling because like he was going to work in a half hour?
I think it said that he was like yeah.
Well, what do you want him to do?
But
then he's still disturbing the peace.
Yeah, there's no confirmation, but it was 4 a.m. and people are debating on there, like, oh, like because he had a metal shovel, it's louder, like you heard the dragging.
Yeah, it's almost like
yeah, but like if the guy has to get to work,
yeah, and he's not gonna make his wife or kids do it that early.
Yeah,
it's still like. I don't think anyone's complaining at 5 a.m.
That guy doesn't want to be shoveling at 4 a.m. He's not doing that by choice. There's no way that guy is shoveling at 4 a.m. by choice.
Absolutely.
So you got
right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because what's the alternative?
Yeah,
I really want my wife to do it at like 6 once the
that
snow
neighbor
has
who's angry
heavier.
should pay for a heated driveway.
Yeah, it was a heated video.
Yeah,
but that's also I get PTSD. It's one of the worst videos I've ever seen. Remember that Philly video where that guy shot 2 people across the street?
Whoa.
No.
For like a shoveling dispute. Oh, dude, it's like one of the ones like, like I don't recommend people Googling it for the record.
Yeah, this is your corner.
It
of the
like
internet.
turns your stomach because you see two people die.
One minute you're just watching creepy ring cams, the next minute you're watching a double homicide.
This was national news. All
right.
But yeah, I think we're on the same page here. No, nothing off the leash. Shovel at 4 a.m. if you have to. You don't need to. And don't vacuum at 7 a.m.
Yeah, like like Chief said, you know that guy is shoveling because he has to. He's not bored.
Right.
He just decides to shovel. He's going to work at 5. Doesn't want to make his wife do it. Like but then what do you say
Or
to the guy?
sometimes you just need to be able to get out of your driveway.
Yeah.
And let me ask you this.
Not everyone has a Blazer. You can just click into 4-wheel drive and smash through the snow.
This guy had a pickup truck, to be fair.
Oh.
People are like, just fucking, why can't he just barrel through? It's so funny, like seeing people weigh in.
So was he doing it out of necessity of getting his car out, or was he just...
No. It wasn't that much snow. To
Got
be
it.
clear, like I'm looking at the picture, there wasn't that much snow. Is it awkward to be wished a happy Valentine's Day as a guy?
By who?
Anyone.
It's a holiday for girls.
It is.
It is.
1,000%.
It's even weird for one girl to wish another girl a happy Valentine's Day.
I also feel like
I think you just do that between couples.
No, but I think that
Galentine's
popular,
has
like the gals, like, hey,
Galentine's
happy
has
Day,
become
girl.
a huge thing.
Yeah,
it's
people don't realize that was originated by Parks and Rec.
Valentine's, Galentine's.
Galentine's?
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pro that. Like, you want to get the girls together? That's
yeah.
the way
Go
to do
nuts.
it.
Have fun.
Fuck yeah, go on.
Yeah.
I encourage it.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Like,
So something nice for the single girls too.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It's nice if
Yeah.
that like really bothers you. Obviously, some people want to be.
Yeah, I don't even think
Who
it's a single
could
girl
possibly be bothered by that?
No, I'm saying if it bothers you that you're single,
Oh,
hang
I
out,
think it's
sure.
just. Is that a single girls thing? I think it's just all.
No, I think it's all. But I think it is a nice thing if you're single.
Yeah.
As opposed to just being sad.
But dude, so like I've never had that experience where like people were wishing me a happy Valentine's Day on this trip.
No, wait a second.
No,
What do you mean, people?
the staff.
Yeah, like I went, I got a massage.
Oh,
the staff
but
was like,
Different.
that's different though too.
I had to pause and be like it. I was on like a 2-second delay, and I was thank you. Like I did. It was honestly truly weird.
So that the staff doing it on a Valentine's Day, that doesn't bother me.
No, it's not that they're wrong. It's not
No.
that it bothered me. It's
No.
just like I've never been in a situation.
No, but if I got a text from Red Ed on Valentine's Day being like, "Hey, Chief,
That's weird. Yes,
that'd be fucking weird."
that's weird, no doubt.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is I'll like go up. I sit next to Lance. I'll be like, "Yo, happy Arbor Day, brother!" Like Arbor Day or like St. Nick's Day.
Yeah.
But if you're like a receptionist or something, I feel like it's just in your head.
Yeah,
Like, hey, how you
it's-
doing? Happy
right.
Valentine's Day. What can I help you with?
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I've never, as a guy, been in a situation where.
But you were
people-
traveling with,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess it's my first like kind of couple situation.
yeah, when the girls,
I know, but I like legit like stopped him. I don't know why. Maybe it's
Froze.
a me problem, but I
you froze.
Yeah, I
You froze?
Like,
Weird.
because I didn't know to say like, oh yeah, you too, or like, hey, thank you. Like
Oh, if your girl was right by your side, it's even less weird.
Yeah, it's not weird at all. That's
but
like,
she looked at me and said it. They had already met. Like they had already like,
yeah.
I
I think the staff doing it is normal. Like, and you're there.
It's normal. I'm
you're
not
there
saying it's
for
not.
Valentine.
I'm not saying it's
That's
not.
yeah.
I'm saying as a guy, as the first time someone genuinely wished me a happy Valentine's Day, and I was like,
Nah, it'd be
"Why are you saying that to me? Say it to her."
at
You
the
too, man.
resort. They can say it to you. If you stopped at Quick Trip for some ribs, what's that sandwich you get? A rib sandwich up there.
Yeah.
If the Quick Trip guy was like, "Hey, happy Valentine's Day," that's weird. Doing it at the resort that you're staying with your girl, that's no. That's
Yeah,
fine.
I don't know. I agree. I know, but it was
How
just
was that couple massage?
the most pointless thing in the world.
Yes,
Absolutely.
I
pointless.
don't understand the appeal of that.
Pointless. What do you mean? They didn't get the knots out?
No,
No,
like,
just
it was
do
good. They did a
Different
good
rooms.
job.
What's the point of both of you just being next to each other as other people are touching you?
Yeah, so instead of like getting distracted by the masseuse's breathing or like, cracky ankles, I have to hear two other people in the room who
Correct.
are,
You can't chill.
yeah, someone's stomach was like I don't know what was going on. There's just more there's more
And then what are you supposed to do? Be laying on your stomach and holding hands across? Like,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
what the fuck is the point of that?
There's no noises in the room, and I don't know if it was just this place. There's more noises in the room, I should say. I don't know if it was just this place, but there was no additional there's no additional like feature. It was just literally two people getting massage in a room.
It was just you and the girlfriend, or was
Yeah,
there another couple? in
yeah.
there?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
That
want
would,
to either.
that would,
What do
that
you
would be
There'd
very
eight
weird.
people in a room, just line us all up, quad massage.
Yeah.
Just a swinger massage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The more noises, I'm already self conscious of the noises I make to the masseuse.
Yeah, no, there was.
I have to, speaking of dog walkers, I like to get a little bit high before I go because I can't chill out unless I'm relaxed. So I will have an edible or something and then like time it up when it's going to hit for when the massages start. Like that's otherwise I'm constantly focused on all these other things.
Yeah, you spent 20 minutes trying not to let a fart slip out.
It was a nice massage. Like I enjoyed myself. Did a good job. The place was nice, but it's just to be in the room with 2 extra people.
Yeah, I'll see you when we're done. We could schedule them at the same time. Let's be in different rooms.
When you say 2 extra people, you mean your girlfriend and her masseuse?
Yes,
Correct.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're here, and then like they're like, "Oh, is this so?" Like because you talk to the masseuse, like, "Oh, is this okay?" Like you're hearing like other conversations. Like,
ow.
Yeah. There was no point.
They're dumb.
Yes, exactly.
They're dumb. I've been on that train for a long time. I think we talked about this before you left.
Yeah. Because this is like, I'm like, I don't know. It was just very first time experience for me.
Yeah, I guess
like
first and last.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, so that was there was a spa lined up for the next day, and it was 9 a.m. You know, looking forward to sleeping a little more and go do your thing.
Yeah.
And I get a text at like 9:10. She's like, "You're never gonna believe this." I was like, "What?" She's like, "The spa person who was supposed to do my treatment just didn't show up." I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Yeah, I was sitting in the locker room at 9:10 and all of a sudden I was like, hey, like I just want to check in, like whatever." And they're like, "Oh, let me check." And then they're like, "Oh, your person never showed up. Really sorry." And it was super booked, obviously. Valentine's Day weekend. She's like, "We don't have another time besides 6 p.m. And we're like, "Oh,
what?"
My God, like,
for them to don't tell me sorry. Call your employee and be like, "Where are you?"
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Exactly. So the girl just didn't show up. She's like, "Yeah, we have dinner at that time. Sorry, I can't." She's like, "All right, we'll give you a complimentary one in the future." And they gave us either a drink or a scoop of ice cream or a dessert at the restaurant.
That doesn't.
And I was like,
I don't even know if giving all 3 would even make up for it.
No, exactly. And then the complimentary one doesn't make up for it either, because then you got to go back up there and get a room. Yeah. So I was like, hey, this is crazy.
Refund it.
So that I was like, all right.
This was the complaint?
Yes. This was like, I gotta.
Yeah.
And you know me, I'll let it go.
Yeah, you eat shit that you shouldn't. Yeah.
I was actually like, no. Like this is
that's absurd.
So I go to the guy. I go to the front desk. I was like, hey man, like that's. And I felt bad. Like she was really looking forward to it.
Oh yeah.
Like that's why we stayed at their place, because of their amenities. I was like, that's why we picked here. If we didn't, I would have stayed at another place that didn't have we stayed here because of your amenities, And he's like, oh yeah, I'm really sorry. He's like, I'll give you. And I just wanted maybe like, I don't know, nothing really replaces it, but maybe erase Saturday night, and then I could use that money and book it another night in the future, whatever. He's like, all right, we'll give you half off. And I thought, like, whatever. And I'm like, I'll be honest, man, I think it should be full. Like, I even fucking jabbed him back. He's like, ooh. He's like, ooh. And then I'm like, but you got to understand, if I want to come back, I have to book a full night, whatever. Right. He's like, all right, fine. So I got a full night.
Oh, nice. All right, good for you.
Yeah.
Turned over a new leaf.
Yeah, their reaction is absurd. Our employee just never showed up. That's on us. Maybe next time.
Yeah. Crazy, right?
Are there any repercussions for her?
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, she was really looking forward to it. Like,
of course.
She don't got to justify it, us had.
Yeah.
But it was, a scoop of ice cream.
Yeah. That's degrading.
I know, and I hate being a complaint, because shit happens. Like, it snowed a lot the night before. Shit happens, But
it's not like you're like, fire this woman.
No, but you just got to understand.
The best is when the compensation really makes no sense compared to what they're compensating you for. Like, oh, you missed a spa day, but here's a scoop of ice cream.
Yeah,
what does that mean?
How did you come up with that?
Yeah.
And oddly enough, Nick was staying at the same place.
Interesting.
So got a beer with him, and it was
you guys
was
did the hot tub together?
Well, he wanted to. He's like, yo, dude, did you bring a trunks? I want to go hit a jackknife in the pool after dinner. I was like, I did actually, but
no jackknives.
We just went to the bar instead.
This is not a reflection on Nick, because Nick's great, but I could see a situation where you run into somebody on a trip like that, and you're like, oh, fuck. Now you feel obligated to meet up with that person.
Yeah,
you're really there with your girlfriend.
No, I didn't feel that way at all. Obviously,
yeah. Well, because Nick's different, because he's
for sure
great.
No, I was all for it. I was like, oh yeah, and
yeah.
we for like an hour in the bar. And
yeah,
like they did their thing, and then we split off too.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course there'd be people you wouldn't want to hang out with.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
I think, Nick would know that you're on the same page as him. He's like,
Right.
hey, we're with
For
our
sure.
girlfriends.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And like, they stopped by and it was nice.
Yeah.
And then they went there.
Yeah, because Nick and his girlfriend's really nice too.
Yes,
so,
exactly. And yes, I hope he texted me, so I don't think he felt that way.
Yeah.
You're right though. There's definitely people who'd be like,
Yeah, we'll see. Let's see what our schedule is. And then you're just
Exactly.
like, oh yeah, sorry, we got tied up.
Nadu just texted me, yo, red boy. What's up, Jeffy?
Well, now Ed, ever since he bullied that guy at the resort, is now thinking he can just bully anybody.
Yeah.
No, I actually
On a
I felt
rampage.
bad doing it too.
I don't know why you would feel bad doing it. They should feel bad.
Throwing a scoop of ice cream right at his face.
That's like, I think that would have made me more mad.
And the place ain't cheap, for the record.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't cheap. Like, you're paying money to stay there,
Yeah,
So to lose an amenity and an appointment at that
right.
was shitty.
Yeah,
Other notes. I guess I could say this for an off the lease, on the lease, if anyone has anything else. But if
No.
not, I'll get into it.
You can get into it.
So it's, I guess, what's the barometer of like kids acting up at a restaurant? Like, what's the bar?
I think we need
give me an example.
we need the age. I think a lot of factors, like
Yeah.
how much the parents are actually trying.
So the kid really wasn't out of hand or anything, and I empathize with. We all have nieces and nephews in this room.
Mm-hmm.
So we empathize. Like, they're the most. And this kid was fine, but the kid had his shirt off the whole time. Honestly, he was funny. Like, it was
Yeah.
like you just look.
How old do you think? Under 6?
Under 6, over 3, 4.
Okay.
I would say he's in like. If I had to guess, he was like 3, maybe 3 or 4.
Okay,
And the guy was tarps off the whole.
I think
Kinda-
that's fine.
What kind of restaurant?
It was just like a pizza place. It was.
Oh, yeah,
nice.
whatever.
It was fine.
Who cares?
But it was. I just had never seen. Just
He's
sure.
a wilding.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and we're not talking like, oh, it was a place where you had chicken tenders and you walk into like a
Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah,
Like
exactly,
a jungle
like-
gym.
Yeah.
like I'm thinking of the wilderness resort we went to.
Yeah,
the
okay,
chicken
yeah,
tender. Like,
yeah.
we're not talking about
Right.
a pool.
Yeah. I think I had my shirt off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not talking about a pool / grill. We're talking
Yeah.
about like you look outside, there was 3 inches of snow.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Probably just gets to a point where it's like, if him having his shirt off is what's going to keep him quiet, then fuck it. Have your shirt
Yeah.
off.
100. That
Yeah.
was definitely the case because they couldn't have been more peaceful. Which I'm like, hey, if that's
Whatever.
what,
Yeah.
if that's. what
But I will
kids want.
say, if you're like 5 or 6, it's probably put that shirt back on.
Yeah. If you're in school,
Right.
yeah.
pop the top.
Yeah. On the flight down, I was getting up to go to the bathroom, and this kid was bombing up the aisle. And you put your arm on the rest as you're getting up, and the kid just like tying an elbow right into like the kid's like almost into his throat, and like knocked him. Like, he didn't fall down, he didn't cry, but he like. It was a pretty good elbow.
You almost
wind knocked out of
Ichabod Crane this guy.
I like smoked this kid. He was probably like 5, maybe I don't know. My nephew's super tall, so I have a hard time judging other kids' ages. But I'd say he was like 5, and caught him like pretty good. And I was like, "Oh, you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm okay." So then we get whatever, flight lands. We're in line for a cab to the resort. It is the girl I'm seeing. It was her employees' kids that just happened to be on the same flight. So it was like, oh, I'm like, that's the kid I smoked with. Absolutely smoked with an elbow 2 hours ago. My bad.
Did he have like an ice pack on his chest?
Nah, he ate it, and he was fine. He was like a tough kid about it, but it was like this is awkward because he definitely could have easily like turned around, gone back, and been like crying to his mom. I don't know if he did or didn't, but it was a pretty good elbow, and like you could see like it stunned him when it hit him. He's like, you all right? He's like, yeah, but it was a good elbow, and they're like, ah, shit.
It's amazing how differently kids will act depending on how you react. Like if a little kid gets hurt and you're like, oh my God, of course they're going to start crying. When if you're like, you all right? They'll fucking laugh off a punch to the eye.
Yeah, like I was walking with my nephew a couple weeks ago to pick up Girl Scout cookies. and I saw I saw the whole fall. Like he slipped, and the momentum of the slip off the ice just put his face first into the, you know what I mean? Like I saw him hit his lip. I was like, oh fuck! Like I just knew that it was a bad one. But he was okay. But
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Like I quivered, but I couldn't be like.
Like my niece will like tumble, and then my mom's like, "Oh!" I'm like, "Well, of course you're gonna start crying." I almost started crying.
Oh,
You freaked me out.
My
Fucking grandmas are.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, so grandpas too. I still have a bone to pick with my dad. I can't remember if this was Christmas or Thanksgiving. My nephew, who's 9, is obsessed with football. Obsessed, and he just wants to run routes all the time.
Rocks.
Yeah. So, and he wanted me, and I can be a little bit of a hard ass sometimes. And so he wanted me to be the corner, and my dad was the quarterback, even though my dad has a complete rag arm. And so I gave him like a pop, like a little pop at the line, and he like slipped and fell backwards. And my dad's like, and like he laid there for a second, and then my dad was like, "Are you all right? Are you all right?" And then he started crying.
Yeah.
He was fine, Dad.
He was fine. He's fine.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I get mad at that too.
Yeah.
For sure. But that's what I'm saying.
I did jam him a little hard. If I'm being honest, like if I could take that and like the sound of it hitting like a winter coat, it was like pads popping.
Yeah.
And it was that was a little bit much, but
No, and like their falls are they definitely get hurt from them too, but still going like just not making it
better. Yeah. I'm like, you're all right. Get up.
Yeah. The one I was talking about earned though. Because you see the ice and the momentum.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's
an ice fall is just a wild card. That could go real south.
That's how I have this scar above my eyebrow. Is when I was like 6, we were sledding, my sister and my cousins and I. My older sister was like, "Why don't you go down first to make sure that this sledding hill is safe?" Wasn't safe. I hit a rock, went flying forward, and my head smashed through like a frozen puddle at the bottom of the hill. And like had to get like 12 stitches across my eyebrow. So,
hey, speaking of flying, and we can end on this. Are you guys starting to get a little worried
about all these planes crashing? It's bizarre. It's the most I didn't think about it on the flight, but that one in Toronto was freaky,
crazy.
Yeah, and everybody lived. So at least I think so, right? I think some people were in like bad shape, but
yeah, I think everyone lived. Yeah, because it just toppled over. It just turned over.
I'm pretty ignorant to it, but whenever on work trips, there's certain people who like aren't well with flying. So it's almost like if someone else in the room's worried about it, I'm not. I don't know what that phenomenon's called, but I'm like, he'll be fine. Like Nick's terrified of flying. And
is he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's like, you hear about these plane crashes? So like you have to be the one to calm him down. You can't get scared too. Like, we'll be fine.
See, I kind of think it's the opposite. I went to Vegas with one of my buddies once, and he like has like a real hard time flying, and he made me nervous.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know.
Because like the math is you are, what is it, like 1,000 times more likely to die in a car accident?
Yeah.
Or maybe more than that.
Yeah.
But no one has like a fear of driving.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess because
you feel so helpless.
Yeah, no control.
Yeah, in the air.
Bro, I wouldn't want control of the plane though.
No.
Yeah.
Of course not.
Yeah.
But like there was a point where we were flying and we dipped a little bit, and he let it, oh my God, and he kind of scared me. And then we were in the dividing line between the exit rows behind us, and I just looked back. Everyone in that row just couldn't have been more peaceful. I was like,
chill, dude.
You got to relax. People back there are fucking.
Yeah, they psych you out on the way to NOLA. I think it was on the way. You're on the same flight as me, right? They kept saying something. Oh yeah, sorry, you're right. But they kept saying like we were about to hit a torrential cloud, and they said it again. I was like, all right, what the fuck is a torrential cloud? Let's just get through it. Yeah. Totally fine.
I would say, were you guys ever freaked out when we were driving back from Nashville a couple years ago?
Oh, with the tornado? Yeah.
Other than Lance, who was terrified.
Tornado hit my high school. I had PTSD from tornadoes, man.
That was a little scary.
Yeah. That one was like, I don't know. That one kind of freaked me out a little bit. Just like more, not the tornado specifically, but the rain was so heavy. So trying to like drive through that was, and I'm like,
and then you see those yellow skies. You're like, whoa.
Yeah, green. Yeah. And then it's like, if I fuck up, then it's like all of Barstool Chicago is dead.
Yeah.
So be like, oh, it's Chief's fault. He was driving.
Exactly.
Never lived that one down.
Yeah. You're right. But I don't know, because on our way there, it was all the TVs were coverage of the flight accident in DC.
Can't be showing us. Can't be
I
showing
know.
that.
That
What
was
the
every
fuck?
TV. It's like, fuck, this is kind of,
Yeah,
unsettling.
Yeah.
very.
And
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, but it's
Let's
weird.
play Castaway next.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's weird.
Like,
It's weird. All right, anything else?
No, that's all I got.
That's it. We got a video coming out Friday.
Yes, we do. It's a 773 TV.
Let's go. Go watch that. Tune into that. Also, Beef is on the show tomorrow.
oh, nice.
So check that out. Sat down with Beef. Talk some golf.
I really like this guy.
Yeah, super nice guy.
Yeah.
Just a gentleman.
Yeah.
Just a gentleman.
Yeah. The type of coach is like his demeanor is perfect as a golf coach to me. He
Yeah,
just straightens you out. He's not overbearing. He tells you he's great. He's awesome.
he is. Yeah, tune into both of those, and we will see you guys next time.